This is what it looks like. We love it. Gorgeous. On this video, I'll teach you how to do the fantail stitch. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 3. So for this stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 10 plus 2. So in my case, I have 22. So for row 1, you want to start with 1 single crochet into the second chain from your hook. So you're going to skip the first chain and into the second one, do 1 single crochet. Now you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next chain as well. And now you're going to start your row repetition. You're going to skip 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. And into the next, you're going to do a fan stitch, which essentially is 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets into the same chain. So here's my first double crochet. I need a total of 3 right now. And 3. And now you're going to chain 1 and do 3 more double crochets into that same chain. So we are going into the same chain with our last 3 double crochets. And 3. And there we go. That is our first fan stitch. Now we're going to skip 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, and into the next do a single crochet. And now you want to go back to the beginning of the repeat, which starts at skipping the 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and working a fan stitch into the next chain. So for that, you want to do 3 double crochets into there. 1, 2, 3, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets into the same chain to finish the fan stitch. So in my case, I'm at the end of the row, so I'm going to do my last skip 3 and do 1 single crochet into the next one. And now you want to finish off this row. You're going to have 1 chain left, and you are going to do 1 single crochet into that chain to finish off row 1. And this is what the end of row 1 looks like. For row 2, you want to start with a chain 2 and flip your work. This chain 2 counts as 1 half double crochet. Now you're going to do 1 half double crochet into the first stitch. Chain 3. This begins the row repetition, the chain 3. And now you want to do 1 single crochet into the space between the double crochets of the fan. So the chain 1 that you did, over there, you want to do 1 single crochet. Now you want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to work a V-stitch in the next chain space. So the chain space that you did between the single crochets, right over there, you are going to do a V-stitch, which is 1 half double crochet, a chain 1, and into that same space, another half double crochet. So that is going to be your V-stitch into the chain space that was between the single crochets. Now you can go back to the beginning of the repeat. So you're going to do chain 3, a single crochet into the space between the double crochets of the fan stitch. Another chain 3. And if you had that next space between the single crochets, you do a V stitch into it. In my case, I am at the end of the row. So I'm going to end this row by doing 2 half double crochets into the last single crochet. So I've done my chain 3. And now I'm going to find my last stitch and into it do 2 half double crochets. So that's 1. And that's 2. And this here is the end of row 2. For row 3, you want to chain 3 and flip your work. You want to do 3 double crochets into that first stitch. So that is 1, 2, and 3, all into the first stitch. Now you're going to start your row repeat. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 arch, which is this one here. So just around the chain space, you're going to do 1 single crochet. Now you want to chain 1 and do 1 single crochet into the next 3 chain space as well. Just around the chain space, do 1 single crochet. Now we are going to work a fan stitch into the space at the center of the next V stitch. So this is our V stitch here. And so the chain space between it, that's where you want to do a fan stitch. So for that, we want 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets. So that's my second one. This is my third double crochet, chain 1, and do another 3 double crochets into that same space to finish my fan stitch. So now we're going to go back to the beginning of the repetition. So we've got the next 3 chain space. So into it, we're going to do 1 single crochet, a chain 1, and into the next 3 chain space, you're going to do 1 single crochet. And to finish off this row, you want to do 4 double crochets into the top of the turning chain. So into the turning chain, which is your last stitch, you're going to do 4 double crochets. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. All into the same turning chain. For row 4, you want to do a chain 1 and flip your work. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And now you're going to start your row repetition. You're going to chain 3 and do 1 V-stitch into the next space. So that's going to be the chain space between the single crochets. Into there, you're going to do a V-stitch, which remember, that is 1 half double crochet, a chain 1, and 1 half double crochet. That's your V-stitch in between the single crochets from the previous row. Now you're going to chain 3 and do 1 single crochet into the space at the center of the next fan. So into that chain space between the double crochets of the fan, you're going to do 1 single crochet. And now you can start your row repeat. So we chain 3 and do 1 V-stitch into the space between the single crochets from the previous row. So into there, do a half double crochet, chain 1, and a half double crochet. Now we chain 3 and do 1 single crochet. In this case, because you're at the very end of the row, the single crochet is going to go into the top of the turning chain. So we find that turning chain there and do a single crochet to finish row 4. Then this is what it looks like. For row 5, you want to chain 1 and flip your work. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And now start your row repetition. You're going to do 1 single crochet into this chain 3. So just around the chain 3, we do a single crochet. Now you're going to do a fan stitch into the space in between the V-stitch, the chain space. So into there, we're going to do a fan stitch. For that, we want to do 3 double crochets. I chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the same one. So this is my 3rd double crochet, chain 1, and then another 3 double crochets into that same space. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet into the next arch. So into the next 3 chain space, we're going to do 1 single crochet. Now you chain 1 and you start your row repeat. So 1 single crochet into the next 3 chain space. And now a fan stitch into the center of the next V stitch. So into the chain space there, a fan stitch. So that is the 3 double crochets. And now you want to do 1 single crochet into the chain 3. And to finish this row, you're going to do 1 single crochet into the last single crochet. So there you're going to do 1 single crochet. And this here is the end of row 5. This is what it's looking like so far. So now you want to repeat rows 2 through 5 all the way until you have a swatch or the desired length of your work. So really lovely. Those fans in between the stitches and a little bit of gapping because of those chains that you skip. I'm not entirely sure what I would use this stitch for. I mean, I could see it in a lot of things. Beautiful. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.